write about this film. One great part about writing a weekly column for 1819 News is I get to choose these subjects that ordinarily I wouldn't get to write about. So this is awesome. I love going back to my humanities PhD English days. So I think the film looks at Melania as a meta sign, a sign about signs. We're talking about semiotics here. And we need to look at what Melania represents in this sort of cycle of imagery in the film. So if you're going into the film looking for a psychological analysis or a narrative plot or a political commentary, you're going in for the wrong reason. What you're getting here is a circuit of images, semiotics, that promote the notion of aura and glamour. If you looked at our celebrities during the COVID era and they were going on TV and they were making themselves look like the average person, or Tim Waltz when he was running for office and he was pretending to be an ordinary guy, putting his camo on and then going and playing video games on a couch in a hoodie. And it just looks so inauthentic because he doesn't really do that thing. Doesn't do that stuff. He's just pretending. Right. Well, what Melania represents is the elevation of standards. She's almost a throwback to the golden age of Hollywood, where celebrities had aura, where they come out fully formed. We never see Melania putting on makeup in the film. We never see her getting ready. She emerges as the Venus goddess. And any time she sort of looks as though she's getting ready, she's already ready. And so there's this aura that comes with her. And what I like about that is it tends to promote the elevation of standards. And to me, I feel as if we have minimized standards across the board throughout society over the last few decades. And what is more basic than putting your clothes on? Everybody puts their clothes on every morning, every day, and it's a basic gesture. And what you wear is a symbolic act. You are trying to convey something about yourself by the uniform you put on. And what she puts on shows a lot of attention to detail, a lot of care, a lot of effort. And she knows that everywhere she goes, all eyes are on her. And so that it's important that she carry symbolic weight when she steps out into the public eye. And she's very aware of that. And she does an amazing job of being graceful, of having that aura, of having that glamour that I just spoke about.
Right. And I love it because, like, maybe people who know me are tired of me mentioning it, but I'm a massive Prince fan. And he actually had the mystique and had, every album was a completely different concept, yet the same guy. But you didn't see the behind the scenes. You didn't get all the family. It's not what they've done, say, with Taylor Swift. For instance, you see almost too much of so many of our celebrities. Everybody is brought down to earth. But there's got to be an element of how the mainstream press or the corporate media reacted to this film. And for all the cover shoots and all the profiles of first ladies over the years, the one first lady they don't cover that way is Melania. Is shocking to me.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? I read the reviews Saturday morning of the weekend it came out, and I thought, that's it. I'm going to see that movie this afternoon. I'm going to go see the film because I could tell the way the reviews were written. They didn't have any commentary on the aesthetics. It was all about things that would seem to be sort of extraneous to the film. It was all kind of poor amateur film commentary. And I thought, okay, if people are piling on in this way and they clearly haven't read film theory and they're not versed in sort of film criticism, there's a reason why they're writing these pieces. And so I'm going to go see for myself. And I thoroughly enjoyed the film. I didn't really know what to expect going in because the reviews did not prepare me for what I saw.
Now, and you make a distinction that, what's the difference, would you say, between Donald Trump and Melania Trump?
Yeah, so I think Trump is the accessible person. He's the guy that you'd want to sit down and have a beer with if he actually drank. He doesn't drink beer. But he's the guy you'd want to sit down and shoot the breeze with. I'd love to go play golf with Trump. He's accessible. He's personable. He's relatable as a human being. Melania is something else. She's ethereal. She is something that is untouchable. She is floating around in a heavenly sphere like a celestial being. and she only makes brief appearances in public. And so this reinforces the aura she has, this notion of sort of timeless beauty, inaccessible beauty. And it's very manufactured in a positive way. Of course, these are constructed images, but they're deliberately done, and they're deliberately done very well.
Well, reading and talking to you about your review of this film makes me actually want to see it. I kind of have a general rule that I don't care what first ladies think. And it would be a consistent thing. If Kamala had won, I wouldn't give a damn about a single thing Doug would have had to say. But this makes a lot of sense. And I forget that it's Brett Ratner. Yeah. Ratner, who actually put this together, is quite an accomplished director. So maybe I'll have to break my rule and go check this out.
I think it's worth your time. I really do. I mean, obviously, people who hate Donald Trump and hate the Trump family and hate this presidency probably aren't going to just have the best time of their lives when they go see it. But if you're a neutral observer, or if you're anybody that's supportive, you're going to have a good time watching this film.
Now, if folks want to follow up with your work, of course, they can always go to 1819news.com. Your op-eds drop on Monday mornings. But if they say want to follow what you're doing at Heritage Foundation and all the work there, especially on markets, how can they do so?
Yeah, well, you can always go to the Heritage Foundation's website. We just launched a new project last Monday, which is the Free Enterprise Initiative. So our capital markets initiative has sort of expanded beyond its original scope, and we're going to be doing the Free Enterprise Initiative, which is all kinds of economic activity, from sound money to property rights. And you can go visit that initiative on the website, or you can just go to my personal website, which is www.alanmendenhall.com.
Well, I appreciate it, Alan, and we'll talk again soon. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate having me on.